Thank you, Mr. Paul.
Wow.
A part two
Welcome.
beer.
Part two beer, part two bourbon, part two everything. This wonderful beginning of summer,
It was freaking hot today.
midsummer. It was.
It's getting hot very early this year.
94 today. It was hot.
It's climate change.
It is climate change. If we had just listened to Al Gore when we had the opportunity.
But
How many years left do we have for the
12,
world
well,
to
he
end?
said 12 years ago, 15 years ago.
I thought it was supposed to get cold.
Oh, shit.
Isn't it supposed to get cold or hot? I mean,
What do you mean?
it would make more sense it would be getting cold with all the pollution. Why would it get hotter?
Because it's trapping the heat. I don't
No,
know.
it did.
Well, back in the 70s, Time magazine had the Great Ice Age is coming, something to that effect.
Right.
Where they thought the next ice age it was going to cool.
Well, Ice Age.
That didn't happen.
Well, hold on. Ice Ages take like 5 to 10,000 years.
Well, I know, but
they had 4 versions come out in about 10 years.
yeah.
Well,
So-
no,
so-
the Ice Ages are like.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
With Sid the Sloth.
Such a jackass.
Sid the Sloth. Manny the Mammoth.
Because my father was a geologist, and he's like, "Nah, we're entering an ice age," and I'm like, "Are you sure with all the global warming that what's
Global warming doesn't exist.
I know
Yeah,
it doesn't. I know it
that's
doesn't, but
stupid. Just-
I wanted to ask him, and he's like, "No, we're
Excuse me.
going into a cooling period." And I'm like, "Well, can you get on Fox News and tell everybody?"
Just like the Weather Channel guy.
Yeah, the founder. Oh, he threw down.
Yeah.
We've covered that before. That was good stuff.
Well, I also heard something that kind of intrigued me. I haven't looked into it more. It was there's a difference between climate and weather.
Yes.
So climate change means like the climate here in Texas, specifically North Texas, is this. But we get weather every day.
Well, you get wind that comes in, you get low and high pressure.
That's what I mean. So you can't
that
say
causes all these.
we have a 100
things.
degree day today. That was the weather.
Yeah.
So you're thinking your whole climate is going to change. So in North Texas, you're
No,
thinking
hold on. That climate is the temperature. Weather is the low and high pressure that create the wind and the rain.
well, the climates because there's different
hurricanes.
climate zones,
Oh yeah.
right? So you have like the rainforest, that's a climate, right? Then you have the desert, that's a climate, right?
True.
So climate change is telling me the desert's going to become a rainforest or something in between, right?
Right.
You're going to change that climate.
But here's how short-sighted everybody is. Texas
Has all of it.
was an ocean.
Yeah.
It was a sea.
Yeah.
They're finding sea fossils.
Oh, this bourbon's good.
I know. They're finding sea fossils all over Texas. So at one point, the Earth was very different. And how do you think it gets that way? It gets that way very gradually. And
It's
it gets
because-
that way because the climate changes.
No, it's because of man-made fossil fuels.
All right.
I
So
know. Damn it.
here's how
You're
the
right.
the water
You're right.
rises and falls
It was
because
cavemen.
the ice melts. So if all the ice on the planet were to melt, we'd have like
Plenty of water.
we would have like 1/4 of the land.
Land mass?
Yes.
No.
We wouldn't have any.
That's 100% not true.
What?
No, if all the ice in the entire world melted,
You saying
no,
we'd be underwater?
no, it
No.
would not be.
Well, that's not what I heard.
Well, no, hell no.
I want to test that.
Well, okay.
Mr.
Let's
Producer.
look at climate models.
If all the ice melted, how much land would be left?
Yes, look that up. If all the ice melted,
I think it would just be Wisconsin.
we
That's it.
we'd all be huddled.
Okay.
We'd be all huddled in
In
Madison,
in Milwaukee.
Cheeseheads.
in Milwaukee, or is it Madison, or maybe Green Bay?
Could be Green Bay.
We're all huddled. The entire world.
We're all going to be Packer fans 'cause that's the only team left.
Yeah, playing itself.
If
Here's
all
what the world would look like if
Yeah,
all
see?
the
Look at that.
look at that. Don't get crazy. Florida's gone. Okay,
part of Texas,
part of Texas, but the bad parts.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Oh, it's a video.
there's Australia.
How the Earth would look if all the
Hold on.
ice
Why does
melted.
Australia have a gigantic lake in the middle?
Yeah,
of
how
it?
did that ice melt?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with anything.
I call bullshit on that.
Well, that's not a very. There's a whole lot of land mass. left.
Exactly. Thank you. So I win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I guess you do.
Like Jeff, I'm right.
Correct.
Well, he's always right.
He's not always right.
Well, he knows stuff.
I'm mostly right.
He was wrong about
Look at that.
Norsemen.
Just a little pube of Africa disappears.
Pube.
Pube.
Yeah.
A little bit of Tripoli.
Oh, it makes some islands, right? It makes some coast.
Yeah.
You know what? You know how everybody wants waterfront property?
You're creating more of it.
We're creating more waterfront property. I know that might seem, it's not that bad. Look at that. Ooh, China takes a hit.
Ooh, China takes a big hit.
Oh, yes, nice. A lot of new waterfront
Shanghai's out
property.
of town. Beijing underwater.
Japan's fine.
They're a bunch of mountains.
What happens to South America? Here we go. Ooh, Argentina takes a big hit. So does looks like to be
What is
the
that?
Amazon. I don't know.
What
Now
landmass
they're just
is
being
that?
they're just being stupid
Is that
now.
Pangea?
Yeah, they're just being stupid now.
So
Oh, here's North America.
Man,
This is where? Oh, that's
That's Mexico right there.
San Diego. Hopefully all of Florida is gone. I mean, San
Oh,
Francisco.
San Francisco's still there.
Damn it.
Portland could potentially fall in. I'm good with that. Florida disappears because it's
Florida,
low.
Florida gets nuked, bro.
Well, it's low anyway, right? I mean, it's basically big swampland anyway.
Yeah.
New Orleans is gone. Boy, we'd almost have beachfront property here in
Yeah,
Dallas.
there we go. See? Our land value would go up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
that's a lot.
Louisiana gets nuked, too.
And Louisiana's basically gone, according to this
So
simulation.
every
there you go.
every ice age. I mean, so is this? I mean, does the ice? I mean, the process of going into an ice age. Do we melt completely?
No, the opposite.
You freeze.
Freeze.
No, but at
And
some
the
point you
glaciers
gotta
come
melt.
down.
Oh, yeah, there's ice age and there's
We're in the melt stage.
no, we're in the ice age.
We're not right now.
Well, that's what my dad said. Remember, 10,000 years. You can't look
But
at.
our ice is shrinking.
Well, you can't
right
look
now.
at. You can't look at the little things that are
So
happening.
what is he looking at then?
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh,
TikTok?
Yeah, I should have said
Dan
TikTok.
Quill.
My dad's on TikTok. I'm
Dan
like,
Quayle is what you said?
I don't know. That's what he told me. So
He doesn't have a TikTok channel?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah. My
alright.
dad's convinced the government's spying on everybody,
They're getting there.
which he's right.
They're getting there. With all of these in-home things.
My dad has 2 computers, 2 laptops, one that's connected to the Wi-Fi and one that's not. And the important stuff he does is on the one that's not, because he's convinced he's going to get hacked.
So important stuff like
Right. So
Like what?
Exactly.
Like-
So I'm like
solitaire?
So well, no. So I'm like, so you're using like a what do you call it? A thumb drive to
move
like
from this to
move
go to
files
this?
to go to the other one. I don't know. I don't know. I try not.
Because now all of a sudden the important stuff is now on the other one.
And you know the irony of this whole thing? He's like, yeah, he calls me. He's like, I don't understand why this is happening and that's happening. I'm like, okay, Dad. And I go up and I set online accounts for everything for him,
Right.
right? All of his everything. And so I said like the exact opposite of what he wanted to happen because he thinks he's going to get hacked. Anyway, so I'm logging into all of his stuff. I'm seeing what his account numbers are. I'm seeing what his balances are. I'm taking care of stuff. I'm transferring stuff when it gets low. I mean, I'm managing his money, quite honestly.
Right.
And yeah, it's just ironic that he's like, I don't want to connect to the internet, the wild world web.
Speaking about thinking, people think a lot, and people are thinking that Twitter is going to be going to die.
It could.
So
It could.
Elon Musk.
I could see it now better than I could last week. Put it that way.
Well, so Elon initially
And I'd be happy
went
with
out
that.
and was like, "Hey, man, look, I'm going to buy Twitter." They were like, "No," and then they were like, "Wait a minute, it's probably the best thing for our
No, the board.
the board.
The
was
board
like,
The
said-
employees were like, oh my God, we're going to get saved by the board. Oh, the board backstabbed us. I mean,
Yeah.
they're a bunch of little crying.
They're a bunch of
little-
pussies.
Oh,
a
man.
little crying bitches, man.
Bunch of
all the people that
communists.
work at Twitter are the snowflakes. We are like they wouldn't be able to handle the real world.
Real
What they
world.
did is they got jobs at Twitter
Right.
and just continued their college
Lived
career.
A fake, ridiculous world.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
God, that is absolutely insane. So
Insane.
what? So Elon is doing is he is equalizing
Yes.
the whole media thing.
He is.
And you know what? And God bless him. And I think he's going to do it one little step at a time. You know, he'll start with Twitter, and hopefully he'll gobble up some sort of news program. What if he were to buy CNN?
He probably could cheap
Yeah.
Oh,
because
it's a
AT&T
mess.
just sold it
Can
to
you-
Warner Brothers.
Can
It's
you
a
imagine if he
mess.
gobbles up like the cable news network?
What do you
And-
think? What about Don Lemon would think about that?
Oh, dude, he
Fuck him.
he would be gone.
And Brian Stelter.
Oh, what
I
a
like him though.
No,
What a
he's a
dingbat.
weeble
I
wobble.
I just think he's really good looking.
He's no.
no. He is.
Kidding,
He
God.
can talk. He could spin his way out of a bunch
He's
of
a
bullshit.
freaking loser.
But he's so full of shit.
Oh, they're all a bunch of fucking liars.
I wonder what he's like off the air, or is he like, man, I spun that shit good tonight?
Yeah, like high five.
Yeah.
Like, whoa,
He's
dude,
like,
you were
dude.
good. He's like, dude, this is getting hard.
I mean, does he really believe that shit, or is
I
he
think
just
he
like,
does.
or is
I
he
think
just
he
like,
does.
man, I sold it?
I'm telling you, these people do believe it.
That's true. They live in a bubble,
They believe
hardcore
it.
bubble,
They believe it.
and they don't understand anything outside of that.
Except that
bubble.
they're given talking points, and they have to don't they stop for a second and go, well, that's not what he said.
I like it when a college student berated Seltzer in front of everybody, saying, "Well, you know what happened with."
He called out all the bad things that CNN has done. That's what he
everything.
did.
You
like
know,
the things
all
they
the
were wrong
all the
on.
controversies.
You were
Yeah.
wrong about this. You were wrong about the Russia. You were wrong about
Yeah,
the kid in front of the Indian guy. You were wrong about
and they
Kyle
got
Rittenberg.
nailed on it.
And he was
Rittenhouse.
like, "Isn't it time for lunch?"
Yeah, he was
He
like,
couldn't answer it.
Did he
couldn't.
really?
Yes. He goes, "Isn't it time for lunch?"
That was his response.
Yeah.
That's-
What a loser.
and the thing about it is that he knows. You know, this is all. This
They
is
know.
all-
They all know.
That's my point. Is that this could be a fantastic thing that Elon's doing.
I
And,
agree.
and it's not a matter of what this is a matter of what's right and wrong. You know, it's tired. The power of suggestion and this media influence has got to dissolve. The people are better
think-
than this.
yeah, there is.
I
there,
think we're leaning, or at least it's so far to the left right now, but it's starting to.
there's a
They're
shelf life.
starting to They're starting to twitch to the other side.
In my opinion, there's a shelf life on this wokeness. There's a shelf life on this extreme liberalism, like being, dominating politics.
Correct.
There's a shelf life to it.
And I
It's
think
gonna
we're-
take a
and I
while.
think we're seeing the tip of the switch.
Yep.
We're not all the way there yet, but I think it's started.
I think it's gonna be a slippery slope once it gets going.
Yeah, because I think people are starting to open their eyes.
Well, I mean, look what they're talking about for the next election, 2022, like the fall.
Right.
They're saying bloodbath.
Well, they're also now the press is starting to spin. Well, maybe not because of this whole Roe versus Wade thing.
Oh, give me a break.
And then you see some polls where that's not even ranked, right?
Not even
in,
ranked.
in the consideration of what people are thinking, you're going to have your hardcore feminists and people who are going to vote that way, just specifically on that one topic. You have
Right.
one topic, voters, and then but everyone else, you have inflation, you have
Oh yeah.
crime, you have the immigration, you have the school bullshit that's going on,
Oh yeah.
right?
So
And then down here at the bottom, you may have Roe versus Wade.
right.
But I think what people don't understand, and maybe they do, I don't know, is this isn't going to stop abortions. It's just going to throw it down to the
state
states.
level.
That's it.
Yeah, but what they're arguing is now somebody has to travel 1,500 miles to go to a state that will allow abortion, and
Not
that's what
necessarily.
well, I mean, maybe yes, and that could be real, right? Because if Texas says
Okay, well, if you really want one,
Right.
then go do that.
well, and that's what they're saying. Now they're saying the
We'll give you
Democrats.
time to think about it.
Well, the Democrats are encouraging companies as a benefit to provide airfare for free to fly somewhere where you can get an abortion.
Oh, fuck that.
No, that's what they're pushing for. The
No.
Democrats are.
No. If I was a corporation, I'd be like, no.
Isn't that crazy?
No. If you want to do that, just like if you want to smoke, there's a surcharge for that. If you want an abortion, there's a surcharge for that.
Here's what's so incredible to
If
me.
you want to fuck irresponsibly and get pregnant, there's
Correct.
a surcharge for that.
And you know what? We haven't talked about the abortion issue too much because, I mean, it's a hot item, right? It's a hot item. But you know what? I've seen plenty of movies in Hollywood and in real life actresses that talk about having a child. It was the most amazing. Being a mother was the most
Right.
amazing.
Right.
I mean, they cherish childhood. They cherish having a baby. They cherish starting a family, and yet they're staunchly pro-choice.
Right.
Right? And that's another thing. So on the conservative side, you have pro-life, anti-abortion. On the other side, you have pro-choice. Where's anti-life?
I call it pro.
Have you
I
ever-
call it pro-abortion.
Yeah, but have you ever heard the term anti-life?
No.
And isn't it fitting?
Well, it is, because today they've gone so far. That bill they tried to pass,
Yeah. Up
let's
until the
say,
point
up
of birth.
until that baby is crowning, you could kill it.
Yeah.
And I sent you guys a video of that lady that says,
Yeah, she was like,
Wow.
You
You
know,
know what?
"What if your baby's 2 years old?"
Yeah,
It's
she
the
was like,
mother's
It's
choice."
the mother's choice. It's the mother's choice.
you know what?
You know why? That video was kind of misleading because that lady was ignorant, and that lady was also knew that she couldn't draw a line.
She was stuck.
Yeah, she was stuck. She couldn't draw a line to say, "Oh no, in that instance, it's not okay."
No.
She had to say, in every instance, it's okay for the mother to
Well,
choose.
that lady should have said, "So, could your mom come up right now and shoot you in the head?"
Right.
And she would be justified.
And she would have said, "Well, it's the mom's choice." Going, "Oh my God, I sound like a fool." The whole time she's saying it, she knows she sounds like a fool,
And
but
what
she
about
can't
that other
say.
lady?
But she can't put conditions on it. That's
what
what.
was the
because then you're-
executive that was that was saying? Well, can what's the definition of woman? And then
Well,
can
that's
a-
the Supreme Court justices got elected, not elected, but appointed.
Appointed.
She couldn't define a woman
woman.
because she's not a biologist.
But there was some Asian woman that was that you sent it today. It was
Yeah.
a link where there was some sort of director of AAYA.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What was that? Somebody. There was a senator or a congressman that was.
I did send that. What was that? But yeah, he was trying to get out of her what the definition of a woman was, and can men have babies? And she said,
"Yes, they can.
yes, men can have women.
Babies." Yeah.
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
what the hell?
She was thinking, I know this is going to sound really dumb,
Yeah.
but yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I can. Yes, they can.
I think the follow-up should be, so that guy, who's obviously a guy, so I can get pregnant and have an abortion. So now I have a say in abortion rights.
Because the reality is, yes, he can. Like, he can go through a sex change. I don't know at that age, but no, this has
Good
happened.
Lord.
No, this has happened.
But that's the logic. Men
Yeah.
can have babies. So you're saying, I am a male.
There was
If I can get pregnant,
there was a male that went through a sex change and got pregnant.
no.
Yes.
It's impossible.
No.
No.
Nope.
They inserted the womb and ovaries
Yes.
and everything.
Yes.
No. That's
Look
called
it up.
That's called
Look it
Arnold
up, Mr. Producer.
Schwarzenegger.
Look it up, Mr. Producer.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger
Look up.
in a movie.
No. It was a dude. He had facial hair and everything, and he was pregnant.
No, that's a chick who tried to turn into a guy who got pregnant.
And so they're calling it a man that got
Correct.
pregnant.
Yes. So he's taken testosterone, growing facial hair, and got pregnant. That was not a man. That's a woman.
All right, here we go. Is it possible to conceive a baby after a sex change?
No.
Well,
Th-
from
this
when,
wa-
from
this
what
wa-
to what, though?
This was a lady.
All right,
Because
hold on.
when you go through a sex change, I don't know if they
From
rip
male
out.
to female. All right, let's just hear this out. Let's hear it out. It says, in theory, it is
No.
possible.
No, it's not.
In reality, very rare.
No.
What do you mean rare? Has it ever happened?
If
No.
a male is actually genetically a
Come on.
female, has a womb, and had hormonal defects that caused him to appear male, the operation would simply correct some minor structural abnormalities.
Yeah, but
Okay, but that's not the same thing.
What you saw, Calvin Klein,
Was a
their new
woman,
ad. If
woman
you
that
saw
became
their
a man.
Mother's Day ad, Calvin Klein, pull that up, Mr. Producer. Calvin Klein Mother's Day ad has a picture. What they're saying is a man is pregnant with his wife, and she has facial hair, but she's also pregnant. And she had
Oh, that's disgusting.
and she had boob surgery because you can see the scars underneath her boobs where they
that's-
pulled her boobs out.
That's great.
Yeah, that right there.
Hold on,
Oh,
no.
That right there.
What in the
No,
That
no.
picture
no,
right there.
no.
That's a girl. Look at the scars underneath her boobs.
So that's
that
a girl
is
that just dressed like a guy.
That's a girl who's taken testosterone, had boob surgery, and has been impregnated.
Oh,
And they're calling that a man. I'm sorry.
But that's not really a man.
No.
That's a woman who changed to a man, but
Yeah,
left,
look at her thighs.
left the parts intact.
Look at her thighs.
Correct.
Yeah, those thighs are completely a female's
Those
thighs.
are female thighs.
Yeah.
Look at the hands.
Look at the hands, very female.
Well, that,
Look at the pregnant stomach. That's very female.
Well,
Oh,
look
yeah,
at the
yeah.
scars.
Well, that's the way I
underneath-
look.
Look at the scars underneath the breast.
Okay, wait a second. That's how you look.
Yeah, I wish I'd give birth because I'd love my stomach to go down.
So this was the Calvin Klein Mother's Day ad.
Oh, I never saw it. By the way, That's
Mother's Day.
It's
That's-
fucking retarded.
That's retarded. I'm
So you
sorry.
probably saw something like this. The guy's hair, he's got a hairy belly, or she does, has a hairy belly, has a beard, shaved head, and she's pregnant.
What about
Alright.
the Project Veritas thing? We're talking about Elon Musk.
I'm sorry,
What,
the logic doesn't make sense.
It
to
doesn't
me.
make sense. I'm with you.
And I don't know how they can argue the fact. I don't.
I know. So I know you want to go back to Twitter, but let me talk about the Sports Illustrated.
Oh, the covers.
Yeah, the covers, the wokeness that's going on out there.
Well, I mean, hold on.
Let's
First of all,
talk about that.
there's nothing conclusive that are there guys dressed in women's swimsuits?
No. That's not what it was. It was just this one is.
So you're all up in arms because there's an older woman and a fat bitch.
I'm not up in arms about it, but
It seems like you're bothered,
no.
and I'm bothered because you're bothered about that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, who cares?
No, wokeness is creeping into everything.
Yeah, but I don't care that there's old farts on the Sports Illustrated program. I don't care that you got chubby chasers or you got chubby women on the Sports Illustrated. That seems to be more realistic. What I care about is what's seeping in is if you got some dude up there with his junk hanging out the side of a little bikini bottom and thinking that that's okay.
What if he's tucking?
Dad, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, see,
But I have a problem with that because
tucking is real.
the spirit of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition has nothing to do with dudes.
No,
it has everything to do with
It doesn't
us
have
guys, dudes like us, whacking to the oldies on that.
no.
no,
It's not
no.
yet. If it's not this year, it will happen.
It's gonna happen. It's wokeness leads.
It will happen.
Wokeness leads to all of that.
Well,
You will see a
don't
transgender
mind-
dude.
I
up
don't
there.
mind chubby
will.
women being on there because the woman they have on the far right is overweight, but she's not an ugly person, and that needs to be appreciated. And the older woman up there, if that is a woman, you know what?
If it is a woman,
Hats off to her, man. You know, I don't have a problem with that. That's to me, the Sports Illustrated is supposed to the swimsuit edition is supposed to be universal
celebrating
when it comes to,
women's bodies,
It's all types, you know.
no matter what they look like.
I mean,
No, I disagree. I
Michelle
think
Obama
it
should
needs,
be on there
I think
with
it
her
needs to
big
be.
ass meat
I
stick
think it
muff.
needs meat stick. I think it needs to be Kathy Ireland,
Wow.
Al
think it-
McPherson,
Yeah.
I think it needs to be
Cheryl Teague.
Cindy Crawford.
Yes.
those types.
Cheryl
and Cindy
Ladd.
Crawford. Not this. Now Kim Kardashian, she's very attractive
Is that Kim
there.
Kardashian?
On
On
the
the far
left.
left.
on the left.
Good Lord, look at that ass. She can moon Europe.
She
Wow.
probably could.
She's got a huge ass.
She's a billionaire. You realize
So,
that?
so
She is really.
oh well,
Yes.
her and her
No,
Jay-Z.
her herself is a
Well,
billionaire.
because of her reality show.
No, she has a business as well. She sells makeup and all kinds of shit.
Really?
Yes.
She's the billionaire.
A billionaire.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Talked about the capitalist system hasn't really,
It's
been
retarded.
horrible for her.
Yeah, I think
And
it's
her family.
I think it's ridiculous.
It's built
what I
on
tell-
false pretenses.
that's
It's
what I-
just retarded.
Well, that's what I tell my boys when they're like, yeah, so and so rich. It's like, I don't fault them for being rich.
Absolutely
Good,
not.
good for them. If they can do it, if they can get the money.
I will never fault someone's success as long as it
Correct.
doesn't trample on everyone else.
Right. I will
and-
call them an idiot because I think they're trashy,
Right.
but I won't fault them for their smarts and their
gotta be
business
legal.
acumen.
Got to
Right.
be legal.
Correct. Yeah.
But if people are stupid enough to buy whatever they're selling or whatever services they
So
then
the
problem I
rock and
have-
roll.
Let's
problem-
talk about the one in the second one from
Well,
the
see,
left.
that is that a girl or is that a guy?
Don't you?
Now we don't know.
Don't
You don't know.
We don't know.
Come on.
That's the problem.
that better be a girl.
We
Why?
don't know.
I think we need to zoom in. Oh, when is this thing going to be released?
But my problem is why do we have to do this in the first place? Why can't we keep going
Right.
the way we were doing it? What was wrong with that?
Well,
So let me go
It was a
different angle.
celebration of the
actually, I don't care.
incredible. I mean, I
So-
don't look at that. I
so-
don't get the magazine either. But
Let me go a different angle on this. All right,
Yeah.
so imagine women that have spent their whole lives in the pageant system, staying in shape, staying, like
That's so sexist.
No, it isn't. They're I mean, they're
Yeah.
they're training. They're
That's an
training.
opinion.
They're training like they are. We talk about athletes.
Yeah, but it's
Who
based
train
on
for Tour de
looks.
France.
It has no merit.
Athletes that train for all sorts of stuff. These women train. They train
Sure.
for pageants. They
Sure.
train. And if any of those women land the cover of Sports Illustrated, that is their modeling dream.
right.
or
I mean,
Vogue.
these women are working hard, working really, really hard to land a cover on that, and then boom, that happens. So where's the equity there? Where's the hardworking girls that are doing everything they can to make sure their bodies are perfect for?
Well, they're on Pornhub.
I guess. But are you following me here though?
Yeah.
I mean, suddenly all the rules are changing. I get what you were saying earlier. We got to cherish all women's bodies are different. We just cherish all
I
those
just
bodies.
don't care.
But you know what?
I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired.
Right.
You look, I'm fat.
That's how they win.
I'm fat. And yeah, that's how they win is when you start to care and you're like, oh my god, I got to eat less. I'm gonna.
See,
you
the
know
thing
what?
is, when
they're
you
hurting
what-
little kids. They're hurting the people that are growing up. The teenagers. The teenagers are the role models. They're kind of like, oh, I want to be like that. Fuck that. You know what you need to be? You need to be normal. What is normal? That's supposedly supposed to be normal.
No, that is not
Far
normal.
right. Far right is not normal.
That shouldn't be normal.
What,
She's overweight.
okay, but
It's
being
unhealthy.
overweight is a
It's
normal
unhealthy.
thing.
How many times
not
have we?
healthy.
How many times have we
Nah.
said we need to lose weight because we're not
She-
healthy?
You know what?
Would we ever be on the cover of Muscle and Fitness?
Maybe
No.
as an example of
No.
what not to do.
Well, they're not making an example out
Yeah,
of her.
where's the wokeness of that? Where's the wokeness of GQ of overweight?
yeah, the GQ
not
needs
working
to,
out
to,
men
to
being on
sponsor
there.
us, so dudes like us
That will never happen.
have us
Never
out
happen.
there.
That will never happen. My point is women, little girls, like you said, should aspire to be something. I want to be healthy. Maybe
Well,
not anorexic
Yeah,
like some of these girls.
exactly. Not anorexic.
I'm not saying you need to be the
But
pencil
look,
thin
look,
models. You need to have a
if you're
healthy
looking
looking
at
girl.
like 1800s, 1900s,
Flumpy.
those women were very frumpy.
Will they look
they
like the
live
far
to
What
the
did you
right?
say?
and they live to the age of 30.
Clump. What?
And they live to the age of 30.
Well, did they?
They got
Yes.
gangrene when they had a tooth problem.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that.
And they lost their lower jaw.
Exactly.
Things,
Bad things happened quickly back then.
Yes.
Hey, Paul.
They didn't have Pelotons.
No, Pelotons. Did you hear about Nancy Pelosi
They had Nordic
buying memberships for Congress to
The
to Pelo-
entire Congress.
What in
Whoa,
the
whoa.
fuck is
Whoa,
going
whoa.
on there?
Time out.
All of-
Nancy Pelosi
not
bought,
Nancy. It wasn't Nancy, was it?
That's what I heard. It was Nancy Pelosi
personally bought.
bought
I don't know who is,
memberships.
but it's either that or the government is funding personal memberships
No.
for all of the Congress
Oh,
admin or
my
whatever you call them, right?
God.
They were like, so they purchased something for all of Congress so that they could sit on a stationary bike
while they're voting.
$2,000 stationary bike
Well, and the membership,
and the $300
iFit,
annual membership.
The membership.
the Peloton, yeah.
Unfucking believable.
But it's not. It was for all of Congress and their aides, wasn't it?
Well, why is it? How is it that we have the money for that?
Oh, are you kidding
They
me?
just print it.
That is probably the cheapest thing they could buy, than what compared to what they've spent.
You know, one thing I heard.
We have a $40 billion bill for Ukraine.
It was,
I heard
it was 34, and then they just peppered in $6 billion.
Well, I heard that the way they're paying for this is they're just printing the money.
Can we say inflation?
I know that's what they're saying.
Yeah, inflation's at 10% now.
How do we afford $40 billion for this? Oh, they're just printing more money. To
They
send everybody.
literally said that.
Yeah.
That was their answer for that.
Yeah.
And you know that 40 billion is actually nothing compared to 3 trillion.
Correct.
Trillion. And you wonder why we have inflation.
Well, $40 billion, that's less than Elon's paying for Twitter.
Yeah, well, it will be when they figure out
And
that
they're handing Biden
70%
all
bots.
kind of praises because there's a deficit in his budget.
Whose budget? Who are you talking about?
In Biden's. And
Well,
that's-
because none of his shit's passed.
Well, that and plus his budget's gone down by 30% because there's not COVID this year.
Oh, he's so full of shit when he's saying he's cutting deficit spending.
I have the
Are
biggest
you
deficit
joking?
in the
He did.
budget. It's like, dude,
Well,
shut
before
the
we
fuck
get into
up.
politics,
He's
let's
so
talk
full of
about
shit.
our bourbon.
We have bourbon.
Mm.
Paul, why don't you talk about the bourbon?
Yes, I will. Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare.
I think the story of how you got the bourbon is even better than the bourbon.
No. He's in Las Vegas, and
No, I wasn't in Vegas. I was in Lubbock, Texas.
He's in Lubbock going to
Vegas
Costco.
sounds so much better.
He's in Costco.
Yeah, I went. Actually, I got it cheaper than MSRP. Yeah, I walked into Costco in their little liquor section in a Lubbock Costco, and we were checking out. My wife just bought a Patron bottle of Patron for someone, and I was standing there waiting on her, and I saw a bottle of Eagle Rare sitting there right next to the register.
The register.
And I asked the guy, I was like, "Who's Eagle Rare? Is you holding out for someone?" He's like, "No, it's for sale." I was like, "How much is it?" $27. I was like, "I'll take it."
I'll take 400 of them.
Yeah. I was like, "Do you have any more?" He's like, "No, that's the last bottle." I was like, "I'll take it." And we left, and we were standing there, and my wife and I were standing just right outside the door, going, "I can't believe we just found that for $27. Holy cow!" And she looked in there, and there's another bottle sitting on the other register, and she goes, "Go buy that one too." And I pushed back a little bit. Unfortunately, I shouldn't have, but
Yeah, we're going to need to talk about that.
I almost had to hand her my
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Honey, I don't want to. This is a unicorn. I'm not comfortable buying
I don't
2
know.
unicorns.
I don't know. But anyway, I gave in.
No, hold on.
That's not compute for Sean.
I am perplexed.
Yeah, perplexed.
What
I
was
found
the
the-
roadblock?
I don't know. I found
You
this.
said you were waiting for her approval.
No,
But
it's-
even after she said, go get it, you still had an issue.
no, I didn't.
I
That's what I
might be
heard.
able to relate to this. It's like you're not really supposed to buy more than one.
Correct. That's
You're not
what-
supposed to go out of the store, come back into the store, and buy the other bottle.
that's
It's
someone else.
kind of cheating. That's cheating.
Does it say
Am I
limit one per
is that
No,
purchase?
resonating?
It didn't say limit one,
Okay. So
Is
if
that
I,
resonating?
but it wasn't on the rack either. Yes, that's probably what's
do I
going through
have
my
to
head.
go in there by 1 millilite? Oh.
Well, that's not allocated
But
either.
the
That's
reason,
not hard to find.
reason why they took the rest of the rare breeds or the
Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rares and split them out to different checkout registers is so that a jackass like Jeff wouldn't go buy
I'll take
one,
all of them.
go
That
out,
is
come
not-
in, and buy the other
That
one.
is not what's going on.
So anyway, so
No,
I
that-
went back in
Yeah.
and I asked the guy. I was like, "Is that Eagle Rare on hold for anyone?" He's like, "No." I was like, "I'll take it." So I bought it, and I have 2 bottles of
And
Eagle
the
Did
Rare.
you
the
ask
other-
him
the
if
other
there
cashier-
are any more Eagle Rares for sale?
Well, the other
No.
guy said, "This is the last bottle."
Yeah, the other cashier was like, "You jackass, you bought mine already."
He probably was. He goes, "That was the same jackass who bought mine." I
Yeah.
guarantee those guys had that bottle up by their register so they
hoping,
could buy it
praying.
at the end of the day.
Hoping and praying nobody would know
Correct.
that was
That's not true.
the steal
what
of the
what kind of
century.
place? Costco?
It was Costco.
$27. Let's talk about it. It's aged, guys. 10 years.
10
Seriously,
years.
if you worked at Costco Seriously,
I'd put it in the back.
that's my point. Really?
Well, you
think-
would. But at
Well, it
Costco,
depends
they
what
have
kind-
controls.
Even Jeff just said he would.
I know, but they have controls.
It
They
depends
catch
what
they
people
don't
like
have
It
Sean.
depends what
They
your
catch
manager
people
is.
like Sean.
No.
It depends what your manager is. If he's like, you're not allowed to put beer. If I find liquor back here stashed,
You're fired.
You're fired. Then you stick it up by your register, going, okay, I hope no one sees it.
Yeah.
No one sees it.
I hope Jeff isn't.
'Cause it
come-
wasn't
I
out
hope
in the
Jeff
open.
doesn't come to my register.
It was stuck back way in the corner.
Yeah, it was weird. It wasn't like, look at me,
Yeah.
buy me.
It wasn't right up there on
I'm
top.
a good bourbon. Ding, ding,
Yeah, he had
ding,
it down
ding.
low and underneath there.
That's
I just
crazy.
feel
All right, so let's talk about it.
You should
It's
be
a straight
proud that I
bourbon.
got 2 bottles.
I am proud.
The
that you got
distillery,
2
gentlemen,
bottles for-
which you already knew this, and I was impressed. The distillery is Buffalo Trace.
Correct.
The release is ongoing. It's 90 proof, 10 years for $29 MSRP.
I paid 27.
And
you know what I
scored
like
2
about
for
the
$54.
mash bill? It says it's undisclosed.
Undisclosed.
However, it does say that's Buffalo Trace mash bill number 1.
Number 1. Yeah. It's number 1, Sean.
Huh.
Anyway, scroll down for us.
$27.
Scroll down. Maybe there's something going Eagle Rare. I don't want to read the whole thing because
I
it's
tell you what.
really boring.
I smell a ton of maple.
So Buffalo Trace offers a great
And
range of
butterscotch.
single
Single barrels.
barrels, all for under $60, with Eagle Rare being the least expensive. While many
Really?
were dismayed due to the recent removal of the single barrel wording from the label, don't let that deter you. For about $30 or less, you're receiving a 10-year-old single barrel that you can be enjoyed by almost anyone. While you can pick your nose up at a bottle. Just joking.
Pick your nose.
I know.
No, it's not
I
what it
thought
said.
that as well. Well, you can pick up a bottle of Elmer T single barrel for a few dollars more. You have to realize that Buffalo Trace now has this bourbon on a limited release schedule. For the price and the fact that you can pick this up at any
100%.
day of the year, this should be a staple in every bourbon lover's bar, as it represents a phenomenal flavor.
Phenomenal value.
You know what?
Dude,
Fuck
that is-
value.
It's
value's great.
incredible.
It's a huge bonus, but this is actually a super, super solid bourbon.
It's a
It is.
10-year bourbon, guys, for
I know.
$27. Are you kidding me? This is the steal of the century of anything we've tried yet.
Yeah, this is
In terms of value,
correct.
not in terms of taste,
No,
but in
taste
terms
is
of
good too.
value.
I think the
I mean, I
taste.
got it. Now it's super caramelly.
Yeah, it's so much caramel, so much maple.
It's
Paul
sweet
just slammed
and it's
his.
subtle.
It's so fucking awesome.
You know, it's like the reminded me of Four Roses small batch, and even E.H. Taylor small batch.
Yeah, we have that downstairs.
Dude, looking forward to it.
I know.
All right, let's move on.
And E.H. Taylor is also a Buffalo Trace.
Did not know that either.
Yes,
And you have that downstairs.
I do. And I tell you what, if you ever go somewhere and you find Eagle Rare, buy it because it'll be cheap and it's good.
Hold
Hell
on.
yeah, it's
I
great.
think we need to change that language a little bit.
It's inexpensive.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's inexpensive.
Great point. Great point. There's a big difference between
There's-
cheap
there's-
and inexpensive.
There's tremendous value. And when I told these guys
The
when we were
most value of anything we've had yet.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
when I told this to the guys downstairs when we were pouring this. When I was in Nevada, I went to the one liquor store that had this, and they wanted it for $100 for the bottle.
Unbelievable.
And I gave the guy shit. I looked at him,
You're like, really?
and I did. I was like, "Really? This is a $25 bottle of bourbon?" And he just looked at me, and
He was like, dude, how do you know that?
I mean, it's
He's like, I just met a Somalian.
yeah. And he wouldn't tell me the price of some of the other ones because he knew what that I had at least a little bit of knowledge on bourbon and what it cost. He wouldn't even tell me some of the prices on some of these. He's like, "You don't want to know how much that is."
Fuck you. I want to know.
Yeah,
I got money to spend here, bitch, and I know what they cost, and I know what they're worth.
yeah,
I'm a Somalian.
yeah. Then he started going, "Well, I'll take 10% off." So that's when I bought the E.H. Taylor, which
Yeah.
I that's still a $40 bottle that I probably paid. I didn't pay double for it, but I paid a little bit more for it because I wanted it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And
Is that the
Oh, because we
one?
would have given you shit.
Is that the one?
That's what it was.
Colorado. Was that the one that
yes,
I?
Yeah,
that you
that's
could have
what
got
you
for
left behind.
$40 that you could have bought 3 of them.
300
Yeah.
3 of them for $40.
cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I paid
It-
$70
yes.
for that.
Yeah, he had the case on the forklift, and it was like beep, 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 and I was like, yeah, bring it over here. And then I was like, wait a second, I changed my mind. I don't want that. I want the guys that are in the Twilight movie.
I want the vampire.
I want the
bourbon.
vampire. Whatever.
Poor. Poor
You know what? You
choice.
guys suck.
Poor
It was a
choice.
stressful moment for me. I was in this tiny little alcohol liquor store in Montrose, Colorado.
You should have flexed your bourbon muscles.
I should have, but I panicked.
Yeah, you did.
I panicked
You
and
failed.
thanks, man. So can we do a group hug?
Anyway.
just to kind of pump me up for the rest of the podcast.
I give this an 8.5, 9.
Hell yeah.
This bourbon.
I'm going 8.5, 9. For the value, 10.
10.
I'm
What's the
sorry.
value of 10? Yeah.
For the value, 10.
No,
You cannot top this.
I'm stuck at 8.
No, you're stupid. For value, I'm talking about value.
Add the value to it.
8.
8.5.
Okay, you're
To a
stupid.
9.
What taste are you going to get from this for a 10-year that is $27? You're not.
All right, for the value, of course, I'd say I don't want to give anything a 10.
10.
It's got to be really,
Value.
yeah. Look, it's fantastic. I'll give it that.
Good 11.
9.9.
You
Okay, let's
fucking-
move on. We've gone this too much.
So you're going to talk about the what's it? What Twitter we're going to get into?
I
Well-
don't want to. I think we beat the Twitter.
No,
Well, there are
horse
some
to death.
aspects that I still want to talk about.
yeah, but there
the
there
whole
are s-
Project Veritas thing we didn't get
Oh,
into.
Good point.
That's the point that we were talking about. So Elon Musk is
Yeah, he's blowing up this whole thing.
He's tag teaming a bunch of shit.
So okay. First off, we know he's leaning conservative. He's even come out and said that he would vote Republican in the next election,
He's voted Democrat his entire life, he said.
and he's going to
Stay-at-home orders may have caused
go
more
Republican.
Deaths when it comes to COVID-19. Somebody who has a lot to say about that is Kentucky Republican Senator Rand Paul. He joins us now.
What is that?
That'd be
Oh,
something different.
Hold on, that was supposed to be.
Yeah, nicely
Jeff's-
done.
That was Rand.
Very
Paul.
smooth transition there, bro.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Good
It's not my
segue.
fault that your little Project Veritas thing didn't work.
Anyway, so Elon Musk, if you could quiet your phone.
They pulled it down.
Project Veritas did?
No,
It's unavailable.
YouTube did.
Oh, YouTube did.
Is that
No,
surprising?
it's the Instagram.
Go to truth.com. Go to Truth Social.
They can't take that down.
You get Truth Social?
Did you ever get a profile? I mean, did they let you in?
They don't have that on Android yet.
Oh,
No.
God, how embarrassing.
No, it's
All right,
all right.
so can I talk about it?
Yes.
Well, it's amazing that that's what really tells me. Some people could think like it's like disinformation. You know what? But bullshit. Anytime they do an undercover thing like that, Project Veritas, with the Project Veritas title on there, and they yank it,
Yeah. Censorship.
that's misinformation.
No, it's censorship.
Yeah,
It's full-on
huge
censorship.
Man, it's bullshit.
All right, so here's what happened. All right, so Elon Musk, right? He's leaning right. He has clearly said that Twitter is censoring and it's biased, and he's going to buy it, and then and now it's on hold because he is disputing how many of the accounts, which is the valuation of Twitter, how many of the accounts are real versus bots.
Bots. Fake
And so
ones,
they
right?
told him it was like less than 5%,
Less than 5.
and now he's saying, it's way more than that.
Well, because he looks
you
at
were
his
making the
20.
argument. Yeah, you were making the argument that if it is truly, they find out it's 10, 20, 30%, that means the whole basis, the foundation of Twitter being valued at what they are is bullshit,
It is.
and the value is going to plummet.
Because that's what their ad money is based off of. So they're selling ads to saying, we have, I'm just making this number up, 200 million members.
Right.
5%.
Subscribers.
Less than 5% of those are bots. So 195 million people that will
Correct.
see your ad potentially. So we're
Fucking
going to
Jack
sell this.
Dorsey is laughing his way to the bank right
He
now.
is. He got out at the right time.
100%.
He got out at the right time. And they sell their ads saying you have potentially 100, I don't know how they do it, 195 million people are going to see your ad potentially.
Right.
And now they may go, shit,
Mm.
maybe it's only 80 million instead.
How hasn't it a class action lawsuit for the people that
Well, that's what they're saying.
advertise?
Well, that's what they're saying.
There's
they're
a
saying
whole
that
slew of
they're
things.
saying advertisers can sue.
They
They're
can. They
saying
should.
Shareholders are going to be able to sue.
Oh, for sure.
The whole 9 yards. The
right.
users will be able to sue.
All right, so let's go to the other angle of this. All right, so it's a very liberal company, very idealistic, psychotic leftists,
Admitted
commie
commie.
God.
socialists that are in this company.
Hate
So
capitalism.
Elon Musk takes over the company. They all panic. They're all talking like, "Oh my God, the company's going into hell in a handbasket." But then Project Veritas steps in and starts getting people to squeal, right?
Who is that?
I don't know. Just
Yeah, that was very
I was
nice.
looking
Thank you.
for
That was very
Project
distracting,
Veritas.
and
That's
I know
very
what you're trying to
nice.
do. You're trying to knock me off my horse. Anyway, so Project Veritas goes in there, and there are multiple people that they interview that are dogging Elon Musk, right? And one of them is an executive that's saying, "Oh, he's got Asperger's and he's special needs. Oh my God, he's special needs," and he's completely mocking Elon Musk, who is going to be the potential owner of this company, saying we can't listen to him. He's special needs. And then there was another one, Project Veritas, that came out where a engineer admitted, and we all know this, it's not earth-shattering. He was like, they're unbelievably biased. They censor the right. They favor the left. And, and it's not right, but it is what it is. So there's the story on Twitter. I think there's a lot coming.
Yeah, but Project Veritas, they have the actual video. And that's what I wanted to find, and we can't find that video.
Yeah.
They yanked it.
Well, I found the one where he was saying that we need to watch out for Project Veritas. Let me see if I can play this.
That's what's so funny.
Unfortunately, it would be like you recording me right now and giving it to like the New York Times and like, here, I just had dinner with the Twitter representative. Here's what he had to say. Here's how the whole thing look at it. Let me see where it's from.
Corporate security.
Targeting of tweets.
Wait.
You can read it.
Let me see. And how to protect yourself. Groups like Project Veritas are active right now.
Oh my
What
God.
is that?
How do you not bust out
It's a
laughing?
group that's trying to just out the employees. Like they're trying to go on
He's
dates
got a
with them
really
like
strong
this
lisp.
and record them and then go sell it to the New York Times and say this is what the Twitter employee just said. Like this is what's really happening. This is what they're telling us to not do. You're lucky that you met me organically because I would be questioning everything about you.
You're lucky I met.
Organically.
What happened to the sound?
It's on my phone.
No.
Yeah, we're wondering why the producer isn't stepping up and finding this stuff or doing anything. I mean, not doing anything, but awake.
But you're
No, I don't mean awake,
right. They
but-
did pull down the ones where
Well,
that same guy
The link. Yeah.
was talking about the Asperger's. That's not there anymore.
Yeah, they shut it down.
Because I'm on the Project Veritas Instagram page, and
Instagram took it off.
they did.
It's amazing, guys. Censorship is
They did.
unbelievable.
Let me go to Truth, see if it's there.
Anyway, there's more shit coming down with Twitter. It'll be an interesting story because Elon Musk is now, ironically, Elon Musk is now kind of like the white horse.
This
the
is a
white knight.
humanitarian deal.
He's
so,
the white knight of the right taking on big
well,
tech.
He doesn't. He made it very clear. He does not want to be construed as right or left. He's making it very clear
He said
that
he would
he
vote
wants
Republican.
a fair
Yes.
He wants a fair platform
Yes.
where people can talk
Yes.
without
Free speech.
being silenced.
Free speech.
You know, and if there's crazy shit that you're saying, well, you know what? There's crazy shit you're saying.
Then just fucking ignore it.
Well, he also said within the law, right? So you're not going to be able to go up there and spout a bunch of illegal, I want to murder this person,
And what does that look like?
Well,
There's the problem.
there's a law and there's a threshold, and that's what everyone's kind of had problems with.
Yes.
To date is what is that threshold, right? Because you don't want a bunch of white supremacists to hop onto your social platform and start spouting a bunch of shit.
And say kill as many of this or that as you can.
Correct. So is that illegal to say that?
I
don't know.
No.
I don't know if it's
Well,
illegal
if
or
you
not.
make a declaration to kill somebody, I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
So that's what he said. He goes, anything should be done as long as it's within the law.
And that's a slippery slope.
It is, because I know Twitter, they have the frickin' Taliban and ISIS
Yes.
that are still on there.
Right. So
spouting their bullshit.
And from
In
their
Iran.
perspective, they are thinking, they're not like ha 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 ha. We're censoring the right. They're thinking the right is spewing hatred, spewing misinformation. They think they're doing the right thing. They literally think they're doing the right thing. That's the problem.
Right.
And you're using free speech and the law. They're using that as their justification for censoring. That's what's amazing about this whole thing. They literally think they're doing the right thing. They're this. Yeah,
I don't think
crazy.
I disagree. I think they damn well know they're doing the wrong thing.
You think so?
Absolutely. I think they know damn well that they are blocking,
Unfairly censoring free speech.
completely biased. Absolutely. He says it.
Yeah, that's true.
He's outright doing it. It's a crime.
It is a crime.
And as far as I'm concerned, I'm wondering who the gods are that removed that Project Veritas video from Instagram.
Well, I mean, Google owns Instagram.
Facebook does.
Facebook owns Instagram.
Instagram.
But what's next? I mean, Elon Musk. I don't have anything bad to say. There's a lot of folks out there that say Elon Musk this, Elon Musk that. I don't have anything horrible to say. The only thing is that I wish that he wouldn't have brought like the battery operated cars, and that's simply because not that I don't want
Tesla.
Look, it's great. It's a great thing. If I want to have one. I get it. I understand. But as we discussed in the past, the batteries are just not there. We could develop a finite amount of those batteries, and then after the batteries are depleted, what the hell are we going to do with them?
That's basically it. Because once those batteries have a lifespan of 10 to 12 years, I think, is the expected lifespan of those.
If that.
And once they're done.
Yeah, and they're ignoring the environmental impact
positive.
of that, aren't they?
Yeah, and when they're done, you have to replace that whole battery system, which is $15,000 to $20,000.
Right. So you're talking about the cost of maintaining the vehicle.
Well, not just
the
that.
minerals
It's
involved
also-
in doing it.
What are you going to do with those 1,000 batteries you're just tossing?
How is that any different than having to store spent fuel rods out of a nuclear reactor
Correct.
in a lime cave?
How often do you do that though?
Weekly.
No, what I'm saying is it's just
Is it
as
really
bad.
weekly?
I don't know.
No, I don't think it's weekly. I think it's like
No,
every
but-
10 years.
But my point is that's what's happening now, and they are horribly against that, except they're not horribly against batteries, battery farms, massive amounts of batteries
I
that
think
have to be put into a fucking salt.
I just think
cave.
they're ignorant. They don't know any better right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
They don't think. They don't
don't.
think past the.
Stupid.
And you
I got an
these-
electric car. I'm saving gas. I'm saving fossil fuels. I'm doing my part.
Mm-hmm.
In reality, no, you're not, because the cost of making those batteries.
I know.
I think we need Elon Musk on the podcast. That's really the bottom line.
Let's get them.
So I emailed him and said,
He
"Yo,"
responded too.
I said, "Yo, this is Sean,"
Yo, E.
"This is Sean. You son of a bitch."
and he was like, "What?"
No, the one with the big dick. No.
I tell you what,
God.
that would expand our
There we
viewership
go.
immediately.
Oh, you think?
Immediately.
Do you
Immediately.
remember when he sent out a tweet of a company name? And
Dogecoin, wasn't it?
No, it was a company. One word company name, and
Like U-Haul.
it happened to be the same name as a company in Texas, a small company in Texas that was still on the stock exchange, although had not filed any SEC reporting in 3 years, and their stock went from like it was pennies, like went nuts, and then he had to correct that it wasn't that company, it was like a different company.
Oh, really?
You guys did not hear this?
No,
No,
but I
not
could
at all.
imagine.
It made the owners of that little tiny company that basically had gone defunct, made them 6,000% on their worth.
Right.
And then people were like, "Oh shit, that's not the right company."
Well, then it went away, though, right?
Well, yeah.
Unless you
But-
sold it really quick.
I mean, but
But that's what I mean. If you got him on a podcast like this, you know, we
shit.
have 10
Oh.
listeners,
we
whatever. It would be blown up.
we would never pay per. Wow, we would
I think
never
we would-
pay for bourbon again.
You know what though? He doesn't. He really. I was gonna say he doesn't have a lot to offer as far as he does talk. He does have a good conversation. I should back up on that. I mean, I've watched him for 3.5 hours on the Joe Rogan show. You know, and he's got a lot of fantastic ideas. He's a busy dude. His brain works very differently.
Well, he has Asperger's.
And well, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
Well, we
He has
don't
a
count that
really-
because he's got Asperger's.
He has a really deep voice too. That
Does he?
shocked me. The first time I saw an interview with him, he was like, "Well, I don't know.
I don't think it's real deep, is
I
it?
don't think it's that deep.
I thought it was. It shocked me.
It's
I thought
deeper
it was
than
creepy.
yours.
Actually, I think I know what recording you're listening to, and that was just a horrible sound.
But you know
engineer.
what? I
Was
can
it?
see him
Yeah.
as kind of quirky as he is.
But-
I can see him coming on something like this.
But he's very reasonable.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
He's very
He
reasonable.
totally could.
Just
and
he's just odd.
He's got
he's just a regular dude.
he's got the aptitude to sit there and spin anything that you talk about. You could talk about anything, and he'll take it and regurgitate
And
and,
he'll-
have a response.
And he'll give you an honest response. Like, you know what I mean? What does he have to fucking lose?
So he's talking
wonder.
about-
I wonder if we sent him an email says, "Hey, we have a very small podcast, dudes like us.
Four listeners.
We would love to have you on the podcast. We are just regular guys who'd love to have a discussion."
Well, that
I
sounds
wonder
like,
if we would get a response
well,
if
well,
he
go
if
ahead
he,
and
if he
do it.
saw it.
I say we try it.
If we saw it, would he be like, "Let me see what I can do for these guys," or whatever? You know,
How freaking crazy. If Elon Musk was sitting at that mic right there in the corner.
and security all out there.
Well, no.
He doesn't have
lady,
security.
lady would blow them up.
Lady would be gone. She'd be
Yeah,
euthanized.
they would be
Chewing
standing,
on Elon's
They'd be
leg.
standing
Fuck,
outside
fuck.
because Elon Musk would be like, "It's okay, it's okay." No, he'd be, "It's okay, it's
Does he have an
okay."
accent? I know he's South American or
Yeah.
South
No, he's
African.
South African.
He's South African.
He has some kind of accent.
Yes, he
right?
does.
It's a funky accent.
Yes, he does.
It's weird.
But you
yeah,
know, what?
I need audio of Elon Musk. Please
Yeah,
find
let's
that.
see.
His husky deep voice.
Husky deep voice.
Very deep.
Very central.
Eccentric.
You know what?
Central.
Yeah, I can't talk.
Eccentric.
Blah, 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 blah. No, I was saying
All
something
right, here we go.
else.
Here we go. I hope I'm right because the interview I watched, crazy deep voice.
No, he doesn't. No,
He doesn't have a deep voice.
Yeah, that's what it was when I watched it.
they must have it EQ'd all the way down or
My
something.
Did they?
grandfather was actually American from Minnesota,
There you go. It's a tenor.
and my mom.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
Mom was born in
Yeah,
Canada,
you're an
so
idiot.
I do have some American background. In fact, a lot of people think like my name must be from some exotic location, but I was named after my great grandfather, who was from Minneapolis, or actually St. Paul, I should say. And he was like
he
a
has an
school
accent.
superintendent and part-time sheriff in 1900, and I was named after him. So I'm actually from Africa, named after my American ancestor.
From the Midwest,
Yeah.
of all places.
Right.
What took your family to South Africa?
So this interview was from 2014. That was like 8
This
years
is when
ago.
he was
Well,
a liberal before he bought Twitter.
he went bankrupt 2 or 3 times.
So did Donald Trump. All the entrepreneurs go bankrupt multiple times. They
Yeah,
say
he
well, hold
they
on,
say
but
go,
the
go,
thing-
fail, fail, fail,
but the thing
fail
about
until
it-
you succeed.
is that it's not just when you say that he went bankrupt, it's like he went poor. No,
No, he lost all his money.
well, no,
Yeah.
but they have multiple layers of stuff going on. So they've got this business running, that business.
He
went
lost all his
bankrupt.
money.
So he went broke.
Yes,
So I mean, there's a
That's
difference
what
between-
bankrupt means.
No, it does not.
not in all
Well-
cases, but I've read that he lost all his money, and he had to start completely over.
And then they fail, fail, fail until you succeed.
Well, that's what Abraham Lincoln did.
That's what an entrepreneur does. And I don't
Abraham
have that
Lincoln
element of risk in me. I
Failed
don't.
like
No.
16, 17
That's sad.
major attempts to be a politician, and finally he made the presidency.
Yeah.
That's
So
kind
what does
of
that look like?
a weird analogy.
I mean, let's just think about that for a second. What would fail, 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 fail until you succeed mean for us? What would that mean?
We're living on the street. See what I can't see him
Are you
being.
following me here, though?
I can't see him being broke, completely broke.
See, that's my point.
because you're like, well, how do you get the next thing started? Is he
If you
that
have
good of a
no
s-
money.
If
It
he
takes
is he
money.
that good? Exactly. Is he that good of a salesman to go to a bank or the government? Because the government funded Tesla. They subsidied Tesla
Of course.
to get to where they're at. He had to sell that to somebody. He had to say, "Give me. I don't even know how much money he got, billions of dollars to start Tesla.
Right. Investors.
Investors, he had to
Well,
sell it
he's
to
in the
somebody.
back pocket of some. That's probably why he started off as such a liberal, because you would have to be in a liberal's back pocket to be able to get such
Maybe.
funding.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe.
That's actually a very good point.
You know, and
Then he learned, he was like, "Yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
fucking
these guys
corrupt,
are
man."
cocksuckers they have horrible fucking policies.
And they're probably not even good cocksuckers. They probably have teeth and stuff. Just kind of like,
Yeah, not even very
they didn't
good.
pull the
Yeah,
they didn't pull
exactly.
their dentures out.
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, I mean, that'd be a.
Yeah, it's not soft and supple.
Ooh, Sean's mind's going. Oh, really?
I was
Yeah,
like,
he's thinking
pull
through
those
this.
dentures
He's
out.
really thinking through
Just
this.
gums.
Yeah.
He's like, Chuck Schumer, no teeth?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Chuck Schumer, what a pile
Score!
of
He shoots his
poo-poo.
scores. Okay.
I can't stand his voice either.
Way left turn, Dallas Sports.
Dallas Stars and the Dallas
Stars
Mavericks.
Mavs.
The Stars got kicked.
Yep.
Stars
hold
got
on,
kicked, but it
hold
was
on.
fantastic
It
run.
went to the 7th game, and they did very well. Actually, that's not true.
They were not even supposed to be
in the playoffs. Were
in
they?
the playoffs.
So the Calgary,
much less take
the
Calgary
Calgary
to
Flames
7
like
games.
doubled shots on goal.
I know
I
that
have-
frustrated me. That really frustrated me.
The only reason the Stars were able to even hang where they got some freak goal at the very beginning of the game. The very beginning with the first 5 minutes, boom, score.
No, first 40 seconds.
40 seconds.
Yes, in Game 7. Yeah,
Shoot,
but no,
poop,
but they held their own. They
scores.
held their own the whole time. But the problem is,
Oh my
you
god.
cannot rely on a goalie. The guy was Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer,
Whatever.
the Manhattan Project.
No, no, it isn't.
But-
It's offer something.
It doesn't matter. At the end
The
of
guy was stopping
the very end of the
everything.
game.
But eventually,
the Calgary
You take
team,
100 shots,
overtime.
they
something's gonna
were
get going.
the game went overtime.
In
and
overtime.
they had like over 40 shots on this goalie.
compared to what,
and
15 for Dallas.
The Calgary Flames guys it was extremely cordial when at the end of the game, it's not like they were just like, it was sincere. You know
They
how
were like, you guys played us harder than.
and when they got to the
anybody.
goalie, they were just like, everyone,
they were humping him.
they might as well have dry humped him. I mean, they were
Raw dogging.
dude. They were like hitting him on the chest and
Gang,
putting him on
raw
the back.
dogging.
Man, look, it says a lot for a goalie
ice.
like
It does.
that.
It
You know,
does.
the last goalie
The respect.
that did a shutout like that. I mean, I'm thinking
It's Patrick Roy or
well,
whatever
I
his
mean,
name
Montreal, Patrick Roy. I don't. I think Andy Moog when he went to the
was.
the
Who was the
Jaguars.
Buffalo guy that was really good?
Josh Allen.
Could be. I think in Tre'Davious White.
What?
The Buffalo guy that was really good, Josh Allen.
What is
An amazing quarterback for the Buffalo Bills.
I think it's Scott Norwood.
Shut the hell up. Really? You struggled with that?
I think it's Scott
What's
Norwood.
wrong with you?
Or Scott Norwood.
It's Scott Norwood, the kicker.
Ride
The
White.
greatest
Wide
Bills
right.
kicker of all time.
It's
anyway-
wide right.
Anyway.
3 Super Bowls in a row.
Jim
Wide
Kelly.
right.
Jim Kelly, Frank Reich.
Frank Reich.
He was Frank.
No, that was a quarterback, right?
I know. I'm saying.
Yeah, Jim Kelly. Yes.
Jim Kelly.
You
Born
Jim
on some
Kelly got
notes.
hurt.
You're talking about Dominic Haysack.
Oh, whatever.
Who?
That's
Hasek.
No,
Buffalo.
Not
the Buffalo
Haysack.
Sabres.
That sounds like a
Ball
sack. No, it's Hasek.
And it's not Patrick Raw. It was
Roy.
Carey Price.
No, Colorado was or something Roy.
Anyway.
Looks like Roy, but they
Listen,
say in French.
none of us are hockey experts, but
I want to get into
will
hockey.
tell you.
I want to get into hockey.
Me too.
I love hockey.
Me too. It's so much fun to watch, and I was watching it, and
It's
my
so
wife
fast-paced.
and so we were watching some bullshit on Netflix, and I was like, the Stars game's on.
John
and,
Wayne Gacy.
And my wife, and my wife was like, yeah, we can change it. And I was like, cool, let's watch hockey. And so we were watching it, and it's the kind of thing where it's like there's silence for a couple of minutes, and then she's like, whoa, why did? And then she's like, what? And it's not 30 minutes later. She's like going, she's totally into it. Anybody can get into it, especially playoff hockey.
You know what I
And so
enjoyed
we
about
were
the Dallas
we
Stars?
were watching the Stars, and it was fun.
When
It was
the-
fun.
We could have gone to the Stars for like $10 a
I
game.
went.
When they first came to the Dallas,
I was at Game 6.
from Minnesota.
Bastard.
They had
Thanks for inviting us.
Mike.
Game 6. I was there.
That Geek Karbanov.
Geek.
GUI Guy Carbonell.
Guy, it might have been
Mike Hart. Who was the center? Mike something.
Madonna.
Mike Madonna.
He wasn't a center. He was a
And
forward.
you had the brothers that were there.
Darian Hatcher.
Brett Hull.
The Hatcher brothers and
He was
There's
like
no Hatcher brothers, just one guy.
no, there was two brothers. No, there were-
Darian and Durian.
No, whatever. I don't remember the other
durian.
one guy.
That's a fruit.
But they but the thing about the
Durian is a fruit.
what was awesome
didn't call
about
him a
the
fruit. He'll kick my
Stars
ass.
is that whenever
He's like
they would
6.5
get a
feet tall.
guy in the penalty box, for some reason, when they play 4-on-5,
They play better.
they did play better.
No,
Yes.
they don't.
Is that,
Yes,
is
they
that
did.
with Eddie Belfour,
Oh my God. No, I'm telling you,
who has
these
a bourbon
guys,
now?
that Dallas Stars team that were playing in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, they were good. They won. They won the whole
They
thing.
got the Stanley Cup. That specific team, that's why I'm saying they were badass. And for some reason, they could bust ass, and there all of a sudden 2 guys get in the penalty box, and all of a sudden 3-on-5 would like manhandle those 5 other players. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. And that's where you get like these breakaways.
We might need to fact check this.
Next thing you know, it'll be 2-on-5.
Yeah, 2-on-5, 1-on-6.
Well,
They pulled the goalie.
shut the
Yeah,
fuck up.
once you get to a point, they add a player to the other team.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that-
they pulled the goalie because they just couldn't stop the one guy.
Well, the Dallas Stars
6.
are awesome.
We just can't score on this guy. It's unbelievable.
It's the Mighty Ducks.
So when they came into town, we ended up watching. I ended up getting a free ticket because I was at the Humperdinck's in Las Colinas, and they would frequent that because the Dallas Stars practice rink was right around the corner. So they would go up there, and they always had these extra tickets, and they'd always give me a bunch, and I invite all the cocktail waitresses, and we'd all go and have a great time. And we went, and I saw
Did you
like
get a handy?
by who?
I don't know, all the cocktail waitresses.
By any
No.
of the hockey players that came by.
No, the hockey players. No, they had the big gloves. That would hurt.
What about
But-
the coach?
No,
They have soft hands.
Ken Hitchcock?
Whoa.
What? What's going on there?
He was a coach, right?
Hitchcock
Hitchcock. Yes.
Okay, so
with soft hands.
I don't know. That's Sean.
No, tell it, Sean.
I don't.
So how was that?
recall. I'm trying to get my faculties here to get
Yeah.
back on a schedule.
You
So
knocked off the
we
game.
were watching the Dallas Stars game. I was actually present at the San Jose Sharks game, which is the records of the longest game as far as overtimes. I think they went to 6 overtimes.
And they probably have changed the rules since
They
then.
have the shootouts now.
Right.
Yeah, well, back then they had 6 overtimes. It was ridiculous, and I
That
stayed
is-
for all of them. It was
that's crazy.
fantastic.
Yeah, I would have left.
Did you guys finish your drink already?
A long time ago, brother.
We're using the proper rocks glasses.
Yeah, what are
happened
you
to
doing? Why are you
Honestly-
in a metal, gross tasting?
Well, okay.
We already moved on.
All right, so
I tell you what,
for those
I
dudes
do
like
like
us
that-
out there that listen, Jeff got an early birthday present from his wife, and she got
Your birthday's on
congratulations.
Saturday.
Yeah,
we
he's-
have to definitely acknowledge
He's turning
that somehow.
85.
So
Feels
you're
like it,
you're
my
ditching
body.
us though, and doing your own thing.
Yeah, he's going. He's
well,
So
sounds
how-
like Sean and Tara maybe
So
going
how do,
now.
hold on. So how do we celebrate that with you?
Friday.
Friday. We can do that.
Yeah.
I can
No.
do that.
No. We can go to the concert.
We can.
We can go. The tickets are on sale right now. You want me to buy a 4-pack? I'll go buy a 4-pack right now.
What time's the game at? I mean the concert.
7, I believe.
I'm in.
I'll go buy 4 tickets. I'll buy them when I get home.
And it's George Strait.
It's Zach Brown.
He's in section 128 and row 13. I think I
And-
can
and
get pretty
Doesn't
close
he
to that.
sing with a little bit of chicken fried?
Correct.
Cold beer on a Friday night.
That's all I
Cut
know.
That's
pair
all I
of
know
jeans and
either.
it fits just right.
Yes, he sings that.
Okay, I'm in.
And I've seen him once before.
Is he gonna play that song 9 times?
I
He
can do
played-
that.
He played it 13 times last time, but yeah, probably.
There we go.
It was a good concert. Julie and I saw him once before down at the one at Fair Park, whatever it's called these days, Dos Equis or Starplex
Yeah,
or
I
whatever the
know.
hell it's called.
It changes names. Every
We saw
year.
him down there, and it was a good concert.
You've already seen him, and you're going again.
Yeah, it was good.
I did
So
impulse
why
buy at
wouldn't your
Costco
wife
today.
say, "Hey, I'm taking Jeff out for his birthday. I want everybody to go." What
That's
happened?
just way too much work.
What happened there?
It could have been I don't know. You have to ask her.
What? Yeah,
It's too much work.
too much work.
She was like, he had his 50th birthday. Fuck
Yeah.
him.
He's really old.
I I feel like
He's
it.
really old. Who cares? Let's not celebrate
my
anymore.
joints don't feel good these
Oh,
days.
your joints?
Yes.
I'm still playing basketball. I'm 51. and
Oh,
it's
shut
That's
up with your
your
bad.
fault.
Look at me. I get up at 4:30 in the morning and go
4:38.
play ball with other people.
A
and
lot of
just,
young people.
And we raw dog
and then
each
I
other.
complain all day
We
about
what?
my body.
Hold on.
What'd you say?
We rub on each other.
You raw dog each other? Just
raw
up and
raw
down.
dog each other.
So when someone
What-
jumps
hold
up,
on.
you
What
just
is
like,
raw
Oh,
dog?
dude.
What does that mean?
That's my favorite part of the day. When somebody jumps up, I'm like, oh, it's right there, and I just grab and squeeze. What is raw dogging? Really?
Yeah, what is that?
So let's Google it.
No, let's no.
Raw
Actually,
dog.
no. Let's look at images
All right.
of raw
No.
dogging.
Mr. Producer,
Yeah,
Google
yeah.
raw
This-
dog.
This should
It's
be great.
Raw dogging.
Yeah, this is called
Let's get the official
official raw dogging.
definition.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah, I don't want any of this.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you-
anyways,
let's do it.
who's in concert again?
Urban Dictionary.
Urban
there you
Dictionary. It's Zach Brown band.
To have unprotected sexual intercourse.
Oh God! I don't
So-
do that when I'm playing
So
basketball.
that's what you do up and down
What
the
the fuck
field.
is wrong with you?
You have unprotected sex. Up
No,
and down.
I don't have unprotected sex in basketball. That's crazy.
It's protected.
I didn't have any.
That's what you're saying.
This is the context. I didn't have any condoms, but was desperate for sex. I had no choice but to be raw dogging. Oh my God, you are awful. You know what? You're being sanctioned.
I have no response.
Yeah, you're being sanctioned.
Well, Sean came up with the Slovakian traffic cone, so I don't want to hear it.
What?
Yes, you did.
I forgot. What was that?
Mhm.
It sounds familiar.
Slovakian traffic cone.
Oh, is that the sit and spin?
Yeah,
No,
a little bit, sort of.
It's where you stick the cone in the girl's butt and you do stuff, and then
You yell into it?
You do stuff.
Hello in there.
I don't know the description. It
Really?
echoes.
Is that where you're like you like talk to the whale? You're like, oh
No. Okay, first off, you can't do that because that part is in the butt.
Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's the other way.
Yeah, you're in the wide part, the open part.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you have two of them put together.
No. So what do you do in the cone?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'd have to find the.
Let's not
description
do that.
again.
Let's not do.
It was quite descriptive, and we've already gone through this.
Yeah,
in
I know. We're
previous-
not going to do a Slovakian.
So we got a couple
traffic
things going
cone.
on for this
All right.
upcoming year because
Yeah.
this year is already spent. So we got to wait till next year. So we're going to be getting into the hockey.
Well, it's,
All right.
it's
So coming up to this next year, we
it's
got
month 5,
It's-
but the year is
It's
spent.
May, but it's over.
It's
over.
spent.
It's done.
it's the playoffs.
Yeah, we blew it.
We're in
Well,
the
for
playoffs.
hockey,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
correct.
talking about hockey.
For
by the
hockey,
way,
correct.
By the way, hockey's still going.
Yeah, we still have the
Not
stand
in
at the
Dallas.
playoffs.
If we
But
want to
what we
travel,
have
we
is-
can do
I
it.
know, but
We
the
have
Mavs are still going.
We have the indoor football.
League. Is that going?
Well, no, not yet, but I'd like to try to
Is
jump
it
on that.
the Flyers? The
Frisco Flyers?
I don't know. I bought
is it
everybody
Flyers?
I bought everybody a T-shirt. You guys should know.
Yeah, I have I have the T-shirt. Is it the Flyers?
Sean's been wearing his.
Is it the Flyers?
Religiously.
The Pilots? The Jets? The Jets? No.
It's the Fighters. You
Fighters.
son of a bitch.
Fighters. Where is your microphone, Mr. Producer? Why can't you talk on this podcast?
Yeah, he needs to talk more.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
We need
Frisco
you
Fighters.
involved. Nope, it's not
He
working.
can't even talk.
Still didn't work.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you have
You know what? If you worked for Costco,
bronchitis.
you'd be fired.
Aw, he's got
All
bronchitis.
right. Well, I tell you what. The season has started, or is about to start,
The Fighters?
for the Fighters. So the Frisco Fighters, May 28th.
I still have the business card. We can go buy more T-shirts.
Hold on. Do
So-
they play during the week? Only weekends.
I don't know. Saturdays.
So the Frisco
Saturdays.
Fighter schedule.
So May 28th.
28th. Let's do it. I'm in.
I'll be out.
Why?
I'll be in Disney World.
Well, that's my anniversary, so I'm in.
June 11th. Frisco Fighters versus Duke City Gladiators.
Hold on. What we gotta do one that's at home. That
Yeah, that one
scroll
is.
up.
In Frisco, Texas. That one right there. June 11th.
June 11th, Duke City Gladiators.
At 7 o'clock.
why
All right, I'm in.
why are we waiting to that? Oh, May 28th is
Is your anniversary.
Yeah.
And I will be out of town. Paul, you can go.
Jackass.
And then the next one is going to be June 25th with
what does
Green,
the E stand for?
Green Bay Blizzard. The what?
Blizzard.
Oh,
What's
that's
the E?
it's away, I guess.
No.
E is, I don't know.
No, it's not. E means expensive.
Go to the glossary.
Expensive. It's $2 more.
All right, so the Frisco Fighters, we're going to be going to that game.
They're
Oh,
6-2 right now. That's good.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so June 11th, we're going.
Wow. So
E.
right now they're 6-2.
Yeah.
So the season's already started.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Look at the high scores. 68
well, I mean,
to 51.
that's the way arena football is, right?
It is. It's fast. It's fast. I went to
boom, 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 boom.
when they
boom.
used to have a team here. We went to me and Julie and the boys went to an indoor game. It was exciting.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's
they don't
back
fuck
and
around,
forth.
man. They go.
Yeah, and they're slamming into the walls, and and
Yeah,
stuff
they don't
like
mess around. So what about the USFL? Is it a done deal?
It's on TV.
What is that?
It's going right now.
What's USSFL?
United States Football League.
So there are people that are saying it's already going to fail.
Is
like,
that the
I
women?
don't know.
It's not going to make
It's
it.
on TV.
I don't understand. What does that mean?
It's another league.
It's another pro football league.
Get the fuck out of here.
No,
Where you been?
it's on TV right now.
Are you serious?
Well,
You haven't heard anything about this?
0.
All right. Well, there's another football league called USFL. And they've
All right.
tried this before, right? We all know
That's
this.
where Herschel Walker started.
XFL, they tried XFL, they tried
Yeah, XFL
USFL.
was
Well, I heard XFL just signed a huge contract with ESPN.
XFL?
Yes.
So now what? USFL is going to combine with XFL, and they're going to.
Well, I don't. XFL is the one that The Rock owns.
Okay, you can't have two competing leagues to the NFL.
Well, they do.
One maybe,
Well, there are. There's two.
which is stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. I'm
Well,
sorry.
the XFL was the one that the WWE guy, the wrestling guy,
Yes.
started,
Yes.
and I don't know if he's part of it anymore, but I know The Rock is heavily invested in it. And
In
he's
XFL.
I think it's a
XFL, correct?
So here's my take on this.
Okay.
You
go.
know, when these guys are playing the ball, their ball's in. I mean,
They have to be. They're trying to make it to the show.
They're trying to make it to the big leagues.
They're
which
trying
is
to make it to the NFL.
That's
which
what I'm
is
saying.
the
The
NFL.
show.
You're going to make multi-million dollars. But on your trip up there, you're going to get beat up, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
And
it's,
you make shit.
you're
nothing.
you're
Yeah,
going
they
to make
make-
shit. You're going to make 100,000, 200,000.
You don't
You're
even
trying to
make
make
that
a
much.
name. You're trying to make
You
a
don't
even
name
think
and
that
get your
much?
stats
No.
up.
These indoor football league guys, no,
They don't make shit.
no.
Good grief! It's just not worth it at the end of the day to have to, get
But here-
slammed into the
Yes.
the wall.
But
and
here's
you
the
got,
thing.
now you got a
These
femur that's
guys-
broke.
These guys are chasing a dream. They're chasing a dream, and you can't fault that.
Because I know I looked
Yeah, but
at
you don't have to watch it, and it's a train wreck.
I know.
And it's sad, and I don't think that's what we want to watch. I think we want to watch the cream of the crop.
no.
top,
We
you
want
know,
to we want
You
to
don't want to
see.
watch the fighters?
We want to go to the fighters.
We have T-shirts,
but
bro.
that's indoor. That's different.
That's
Well,
what we're
those
talking
guys
about.
are trying to make it too.
Those are the
Well,
guys that are trying to make the
Yeah, but
show.
we're talking about the U.S.
all of them, all the same.
They're
It's
all the same.
and XFL.
They're all the same.
XFL
All
is
the
not
same.
indoor.
All the same.
No, it's not. They just have slightly different rules.
All these guys are very talented
Top-notch
athletes.
athletes.
Top notch.
They're the guys
Top
who you have the NFL draft.
Yes.
These are the next guys down.
Yes. Yeah.
That's usually on my fantasy team.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or the guys that were in the NFL.
your guys are usually undrafted.
Or the guys that were drafted who got cut, but they still want to play. They're very talented. They're just
Very
not at the
talented.
talent of the NFL.
Guys, that's what people don't appreciate or don't know. There's so many unbelievable athletes out there. Unbelievable. Any one of them, if they had the right chance, the right opportunity, and the right system to showcase their skills, would be as good as the best athletically.
Right. Well, I know.
But they just don't get that break.
Well, I know. I looked at because when Brandon was playing football,
Yeah.
I was like, if he doesn't, this was a long time ago. I was like,
Yeah.
if he goes and he keeps it progressing, I was like, if he ends up in the indoor football league, what does that mean as far as pay? I was shocked how little they got paid.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not worth it.
What is it? Like $1,000 a game?
Not even that.
What?
Yeah, I was shocked. At least back then, that
Like
was 10
$600 a game.
It was 10. No, it was less than that. It was 10 years ago. I was like, why would you put your body through this?
Because You enjoy it.
And these guys are beating the shit out of each
and
other.
they're trying to make the show. They're trying to make it to the big
Yeah.
leagues.
I mean, do you have NFL scouts at these games?
Yeah. They're paying attention to it.
They could, I guess.
They're
but,
paying attention to it.
yeah.
I don't think it happens very often because the guys, even if they kill it in these leagues, the guys they're going up against are that much better.
Because I know Frisco last year had one of the Texas Longhorns running backs who killed it in college.
Right.
Just busted it out in college.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it in the NFL.
Right.
So they're on this indoor football league.
There you go.
Great player,
Amazing. Yes.
but not good enough.
Right.
I think it's amazing.
It's amazing. It's sad too because
It is.
a lot of these guys, that's all they know.
Yeah. Or they go to Canada and they play Canada Football League.
Okay, nothing wrong
The
with that.
CFL. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
but
wrong
the
with that.
pays, it's a lot better than what you get here.
Yes.
But it's nothing compared to the NFL.
No. It's sad.
Because I think Johnny Manziel even went to Canada, and he failed up there.
Yeah, he did. They didn't even play him hardly. He played like 3 games.
He had
It was not
he
good.
had so much talent.
Oh my God.
He could have done it. I
Yeah.
think, but I think his mental capacity
Oh, he's a head case.
and his immaturity just killed it.
Agreed. And it stemmed from his high school days and bled into his college days
Right.
and bled into his pro days.
Right.
I mean, he had a life of privilege,
Oh yeah.
meaning he was the doted on incredible athlete from a very early age.
Right. Before we wrap
Anyway.
things up tonight, I want
Yeah.
I want to talk about one thing.
Okay, go.
My first experience this week,
Sexual?
Transgender?
maybe. No, neither. I had my first pedicure on Monday.
Oh.
Oh.
Not at all.
Do share.
Was
You
it a
had-
bunch of fish?
You had men touching your feet?
No, it was women.
Oh.
And,
well, so there's more than one.
Well, it was one
Multiple
lady
women?
who was working on me.
Oh.
But the ladies usually go every couple weeks, get their manicures
yeah.
and pedicures,
Oh yeah.
and they spend hours there.
Hours.
And I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand. Why does it take so freaking long? Anyway, so on the way back from Lubbock on maybe it was Sunday. It was Sunday, as a matter of fact. My wife was like, let's go get a pedicure. I was like, okay. So she called and we went in and I sat down and they have these chairs. We sat there for like half an hour. They have these big massage chairs.
Oh yeah.
Massage your back as they finished
What do
up.
you mean? Oh, yeah. Like, you know?
I've done it.
And they were
whatever.
there were 2 ladies working and they were finishing up 2 other ladies. And so Julie and I just sat there and just had the massage for half an hour
Nice.
of this chair massage. And then they finished and they came and
Gross.
they
All over you?
Yes. And
Really?
you soak your feet in warm water and it's like a jacuzzi almost.
Right.
And you got this jacuzzi on your feet and it's massaging your feet. And then they come over and then they start
They bring out the power tools.
the Dremel.
Oh.
They had a Dremel. And they were grinding the toes and they clean your cuticles.
And they normally don't have to do that, but they saw your feet.
Well, they actually said my feet were not bad
Mine were so
compared
bad.
to other men. And
Oh,
they
mine
actually
were
said
horrible.
And they actually said a lot of men come in and get this done.
Yes. Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I asked, I was like, how
Yeah,
many
they
how
do.
many men come in? And it was like they're like a
Interesting.
lot.
Yeah,
a
they
lot
do.
of men
I
come
do.
in.
They do.
Well,
Eh.
maybe a guy should go in once in a blue
Well, I
moon.
told Julie, I was like, maybe I'll get Paul and Sean to come in and we'll have a dudes like us experience so we can talk about it.
I'm having to be fucked up.
Because it was nice.
Not to preempt
It was
yours,
nice.
not to preempt yours, but I did the same thing. I went in and my brother-in-law bought me one, and the girls that were there were talking in a different language, and they were like talking and giggling, and the whole time, and the whole time I'm thinking, and they're thinking, these are the worst feet we've ever seen in our lives.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And they worked on them for like they brought out
Well, you
Dremel,
got,
they
like,
brought
Fred
out a power
Flintstone
sander.
feet.
They brought out.
They used cheese grater on my foot. A cheese grater.
They brought out all sorts of power tools.
Cheese grater
Good
on my
Lord.
feet.
And at the end of it, honestly, it didn't look better. It didn't feel better.
Well, mine did.
Really?
Mine looked better and they felt better because they massage your
not.
Did you
feet.
get an erection from them touching you?
And
No,
I think
no.
my brother-in-law spent $100 on it.
Well, I don't know how much this was, but they do your feet and then they massage your feet. They put lotion all over your feet. They massage your feet. And they massage your calves.
So
I
how
got the
high?
same thing done to me on the rum cruise in Jamaica.
Oh.
I recommend it.
But they didn't do just the calf. They went up to the inner thigh.
No, they did not. They
The
just.
taint?
I'll tell you what, dudes like us,
Taint?
pedicure, I'm in.
I'm in too.
I've never had one.
I'll do it.
Honestly, I've
I'll
never
do
had
it
one.
again.
That was my first one, and I'm going back.
I'll do it again.
I'm going back.
I'll do it, and I'll eat lots of cabbage beforehand so that we
Yes.
can all sit together in harmony.
So what? You can fart the whole time and gas them out? What does that mean?
You don't
more
wanna do
about
that.
gassing you out.
No, you're not going to gas me out and ruin my experience. You know, I'm uninviting him already.
All right. God, he's going to fart everywhere. All right.
Thanks
I'm
for
Jeff.
being with us. Yeah,
I'm Jeff.
I'm Paul.
I'm Sean.
And we had
And
two
later.
good bourbons tonight.
I'll tell you
We
what.
did.
Eagle Rare on the second half, guys.
I'm a little toasty.
Me too.
And those are only 90 proof.
You pansy.
Oh, dude, you filled up. We had like a cup each.
We almost killed that bottle of Eagle Rare, by the way.
Just keep going.
Loser.
Good night,
All
guys.
right, well, this
All
is
right.
good stuff, man. We'll see you next week.